is another information video to do with the new Warhammer Total War game that is going to be released next year on April the 28th, 2 days before the Demented Raven's birthday. So, well, it's going to be an early birthday present for her from me. And as well as that huge news, what other huge news was announced today? Anyone who pre-orders the game, which I'm going to be pre-ordering 2 copies, is going to get Chaos free! Free! The free Chaos faction! And anyone that doesn't pre-order will have to pay, I think it's £6 for the faction packs that is the current pricing. So I would expect to pay about that. But yeah, I know I'm definitely buying this game, so nothing but good news for me. For people that are going to wait till the game's released to buy it just to make sure everything's good, then it's a bummer for them. But the way they've always done this with Total Wars is there's a free pre-order incentive. And really, can we not talk about cut content, this, that, and the next thing in this video? I don't want to get involved in that debate at the moment. Okay, this video is not about that. This video is about information. Now, the Chaos faction looks sweet. Have you seen that there's a Dragon Ogre, there's Chaos Warriors, the new trailer shows you an Empire State Soldier running away. Well, I can't remember off the top of my head, but he looked a wee bit fancier than the State Soldier. It's probably a great sword or something like that. And this Dragon Ogre just appears and squishes him right at the end. So the whole trailer's quite nice. The models look beautiful. So Chaos is going to be in-game. How are they going to work though? I'm really interested to see. I expect they actually might work like a Horde faction. A bit like Attila is in Attila. But to them, they want to raise everything. They might get... Their victory conditions might be like raise a certain percentage of the map, which might be a nice sort of way to win the game. Because if you think about Chaos as a faction, when they're invading the Empire, they're not invading to like conquer, so to speak. They're invading to like raise it. You could argue conquer because they take it over and like rule the roost there, but it's more sort of raise would be their sort of thing. They'd raise the village, move on to the next one, and keep cutting deeper into the Empire. That is the sort of thing to expect. So I think that'd be a really nice way for them to work. But we're getting into speculation here. Now, since the last time I made an information video, there's not been a lot of huge information. There's going to be a wee bit on some free LC that everyone's going to get for some new faction leaders. Like there's this orc shaman. He's a... what did they call those orcs? Savage orcs. He's a savage orc shaman, and so he'll be like a sub-race of the orcs, and his tribe will be more featured towards... Stop trying to distract me with lemonade. It's a demented raven in the corner, now waving, distracting me with lemonade. His tribe will be more focused towards the savage orcs sort of side of things. So that's really nice. We're getting some free LC. It's bringing the game to life. It will make it alive, and there'll be a lot more variety out there. Now, the one thing that's got me really excited that they've also announced officially now, all tabletop races will eventually be in game. All of them. Absolutely every single last one will come into the game either as free LC, DLC, or one of the standalone upcoming titles that come out after this. So by the time the game is fully out, all 3 standalone versions, all DLC, all free LC, we will have every single tabletop race in game. We'll have the lizardmen, we'll have the ogres, dark elves, high elves, everything. You name it, your favourite race, it will be in there. So that has got me super hyped. I can't wait to play as the ogres and have my normal infantry be like half elephant, half normal man. I cannot wait to play as the dark elves and have one of the most OP legendary lords there is in the game. because Malkeith is one of those characters that are just so OP in a vacuum, one-on-one versus like most other named characters in the game. Even characters like Karl Franz are quite cheap compared to him in comparison until you go to Age of Sigmar sort of level and he becomes a Sigmar's avatar, so to speak. And yeah, that leads me to another thing, because I was thinking of Malkeith, and he will obviously be the main legendary lord like Karl Franz is for the Empire, but for the Dark Elves. But he is going to be so strong. Let's just think about it for a second. Malkeith himself, one-on-one with Karl Franz, would probably win most of the time. Then, take their mounts into account. I love Deathclaw. I've painted the model, given it away, but Deathclaw is just a griffin. Up against, it begins with S, I was going to say Sephiroth, but that's Final Fantasy VII. It's something similar, it's a dragon, begins with S, and it's a big, huge, hulking black dragon, which puts the griffin, not to shame, but the black dragon will win most of the time. Now, that is not all though. Malkeith is also an incredibly powerful mage, so he's already stronger than Karl Franz, and then he's got magic on top of that. Now you're seeing how I'm thinking this guy's just going to be so OP. In comparison, in a vacuum, that's the sort of thing I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure it'll be balanced in other ways, such as, well, obviously the Dark Elves are not going to be able to have anywhere near as much troops. So one-on-one, Malkeith may be able to beat Karl Franz, but the Emperor, Karl Franz, is always going to have backup to help him. He's never going to be taking on Malkeith on his own. So I think they'll balance it more that way. At least I hope they balance it more that way, for the simple fact that if I just see like Malkeith get taken out in close combat by that orc shaman, it just, no, it's just going to kill the lure for me. So we've had some speculation, we've had some discussion, and this video has actually been about 3 times the length I originally intended it to be. But that is us more up to date, that's us got more information on the upcoming game Total War Warhammer. There's been quite a nice few information leaks recently. So I hope you've all enjoyed this. Stay in tuned. See you next time. Wait a minute, stay in tuned? Stay informed. See you next time. Bye, bye.